Good day. My name is David Ronin Reyes of CPE 114L or Introduction to HDL, Section B1. So for my Lab 1 vlog, I'll be discussing the installation of the necessary software for the following lab activities in this course. So we were actually given the links for this. So let me just show you. So here, first I have the Nand2Tetris.org/software website. We'll be installing its software. So before we proceed with the installation, we should install one. So according to this, in order to use the Nand2Tetris software tools, your computer must be equipped with a Java runtime environment. So it actually provided the link for this. So this is the link. Just press this. So this it redirects us to this link, which allows us to download the JRE needed for the Nand2Tetris. So I actually have this, but you could download it through that link that I showed you earlier. So afterwards, we could just press the download the Nand2Tetris software suite and the version 2.6. So it will actually download. So after pressing this, you will have a zip file, which is this one, and after extracting that, we will be able to come up with the Nand2Tetris folder. So this folder contains two other folders, the projects, which contains this, and the tools. So for this particular course, I think we'll be focusing on the hardware simulator. So I'll be showing you that. So let's just wait for it. So as you can see, without the Java runtime environment, I think this would not open. So after downloading that or installing that, we will be able to open this application. So this is the application that would be using for this course. So moving on to the other applications that would be using. So after downloading the Nand2Tetris, we'll be also downloading the Quartus Prime. So as you can see, the Quartus Prime, let me just change the look. So it's actually taking a long time. So the Quartus Prime has different editions. So for this specific course, we'll be using the Lite Edition. So we'll also be using the 18.0 release. So let me just click that again. And for my operating system, of course, I'll be choosing Windows. So after selecting these, we are actually loaded with these with the individual files. So to download and install the instructions, there are actually a guide for that. So let me just view that. Quick start guide. So I think we'll be following 1.3. Okay. So we've actually done 1, 2, 3 already. So for 4, we are actually tasked to download using this symbol or this button. So for this particular course, we'll only be needing the Quartus Prime Lite Edition and will not be installing any devices yet. So for that, we'll be installing both the Quartus Prime, which is take note of 1.7 gig, and the ModelSim Intel FPGA edition, which includes the starter edition with the size of 1.1 gigabyte. So we'll be installing these two. So after we press this button, we are actually prompted to accept the disclaimer, I think. So after that, we are prompted to sign in. So I've actually signed in. We are actually asked to create a basic account in order to download these two files. So I've actually created my account already. So you could create your own just by pressing this, and then there's actually a instruction here on how to create the basic account. Now, after downloading these two files, you'll be able to see that you've downloaded this for the Quartus Lite setup and this one for the ModelSim setup. So according to our quick start guide, after downloading the files, after downloading the files, we run the Quartus Lite setup, and it will begin the installation process. So take note that the main Quartus Prime software installer launches and automatically detects all other software and device support installation files. So I think with that in mind, we won't be needing to install the ModelSim setup since it is already detected by the Quartus Lite setup. So we'll not be needing to install that individually. Now let's move on to the installation. So let me just press this and I'll wait for it to respond. So after starting or after to call this after pressing this and allowing the program to make changes, we are prompted with this installer. So this just focuses on this setup. So we just press next, and then after reading this license agreement, press the I accept the agreement to download this. Then this actually tells us where we are going to install the Quartus Prime. So for me, I'll be installing it in my D drive since I no longer have enough space in my C drive. So next, then we'll be downloading the Quartus Prime Lite Edition as well as the ModelSim, which is also free. So let me just press next. So it actually this is the summary for our installation. So let's just press next again, and we'll wait for the setup. So I think this will actually take a long time. So um, I'll go ahead and skip the video so that you would not have to stare at the screen for a long time. So while installing the Quartus Prime Lite Edition, we are actually prompted with the installation for the ModelSim. So as you can see, we're also unpacking those files while the Quartus Prime is almost done. So I think this will just take a few minutes before it's actually done, and we could actually look at the application afterwards. So I think I'll pause the video again so that you won't have to stare at the screen for a very long time. So let me just pause it. So after installing the ModelSim, it actually just disappears and loads, and I think we're almost done. And here, so we actually finished the installation of the Quartus Prime Lite Edition. So let me just so here we have different options. So we could launch the USB Blaster 2 drive installation creation. So I'm actually leaving this as is, and then I'll be putting the finish. Then we have the device driver installation wizard. So um, the wizard helps you install the software. So let's just press next and then finish. So um, this prompt actually focuses on the devices that we have installed. So I'll just close this. And here we actually have the Quartus Prime Lite Edition. So it actually was also put in my desktop. So let me just open that again. So here we have it again. So that's it for this video. So that sums up my LAB1 vlog, which focuses on the installation of the software, particularly the Quartus Lite and the Nand2Tetris. So once again, I am David Ron Reyes of CPE 114L Section B1.